Hello, everybody. Welcome to part 2 of our interview with the tall white alien. We got 2 of them in the room. So we're going to proceed with asking questions. My next question, do you have bases here? Like in the ocean, in Antarctica, anything like that? So there are no bases, no alien bases here.
Not of their kind.
Oh, okay. So maybe another type of alien, but not you. What amazing technologies, maybe you can name like 1 or 2, do you have that we don't?
They're talking about time travel.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, what does that mean? Interdimensional travel?
Okay. Yeah, Eric, you could help her. Maybe you speak alien.
Throw me a bone, Eric.
Oh, God, no. I know what he's just... Yeah, I know. He goes...
It's hard enough. Actually, it's not hard. Like I mentioned before, you feel hypnotized.
I'm surprised he's not making a joke out of that, too. That it feels hard. Oh, God.
Everything feels good. You feel really good. You feel really, really calm.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I have enough energy to make a joke or to banter back with Eric. I just feel very...
Chill.
Very chill.
Okay. He can't ruffle your feathers. Well, you ought to have aliens in the room every... They could be your bodyguards against Eric. Okay, well, let's go on. Now, why do you abduct us, and what's the mechanism of that, or do you? So, is it the short grays or some other race that does that? Do you think it would be safe? I'm speaking to the aliens. Do you think it'd be safe for us to interview a short gray? I think I said tall gray, but a short gray.
It depends on what race of them.
Okay.
Within the tall grays, they have different species.
Okay.
And within the small grays, they have different species.
Okay, tall whites have different species, and short grays have different species.
Tall grays.
Tall grays? I thought it was short grays. So there's tall grays and short grays. And the tall grays are ones that we want to talk about, talk to. The short grays we want to talk to. Okay. All right. So you didn't abduct us. Now, are you working with the government?
Yes.
And what's going on with that? What's the nature of your alliance?
Alisa, when you say government, they show me United Nations.
Okay. So a global government.
Global government.
Okay. And what's the nature of your work with them?
Peace talks.
Oh, how nice. Are you sharing technologies and so on with them?
Not technologies of war, only technologies that cannot be used or abused.
Oh, good.
They don't have a lot of trust in us right now because we're still at conflict. There's only like a few thousand people on Earth that they have complete open communication with. They know that these people do not have any conflict within them. So the information that's shared with them is going to be used for the benefit of the whole Earth. They're interested in keeping the Earth protected and keeping it whole.
That's so nice. Well, what are you trying to tell our government, and what advice are you giving them? For example, just maybe one piece of advice to help us become to experience peace.
I'm not talking out loud, am I?
Yes, hello. I'm part of this conversation too.
Uh-huh. So, they're complimenting Earth on being or having interspecies.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're helping us with now is learning how to communicate and respect all living species.
Mm-hmm.
These would be animals of any kind, air, land, and water.
Mm-hmm.
This would also relate directly to our living plant life.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is this to help us survive on Earth as a whole, but it's giving us the ability to comprehend that there are different life forces out in the universes and galaxies, so that when we come across them, we don't feel like they have to mimic a human shape or human perspective to seem intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
This is important to us as Earth in what we would call future tense. Has a great purpose in peacekeeping, which is part of their overall goal and interest for us.
So basically what you're saying is that they think we're doing well as far as engaging more interracially. Is that what you're saying? But we need to learn how to see, everything with a life force as equal, not lesser than us.
Every species has a way of communicating. So it's our job to learn what that is so that we can use it at a future date for interdimensional beings.
Yeah, and you're saying it would also help if we don't see plants as less intelligent, for example. Okay. All right. What about the church? Are you working with the powerful church elite at all? Okay. Now, how much and what does the government know? Why is the government keeping this all a secret?
First of all, the government doesn't have all the information, even though they've been told clearly. The great leaders in the world have been told very clearly their purpose. It's part of the human ignorance to want to remain separated, to feel as if they have identity and control. But the tall white race, as we're identifying them, they don't have any need from us. They're really coming through as teachers, as Eric just said.
Okay. Well, what about the contracts? Tell me about those and when they'll end and why they're in place. The contracts of protection to protect us.
The contract is not just for Earth. It seems like whenever a universe is born, there is a law provided or a law stated that Eric, help. That the universe is protected so that the life force that's growing on it can evolve at its own pace, and until that life force reaches out to ask questions, they will not interfere. So they have come several times but realized that the entire Earth was not ready for them to be present. And that's why they've only come into certain cultures and certain times to help enhance. So they really are not interested in interfering with our human growth.
Well, is that contract to protect? They say the contract is going to end though, soon, possibly.
Yes.
And so what will happen? Will we be in danger from other alien species?
No, you'll have the ability to communicate with them.
All right, so it's not all about, okay, we're not going to protect you anymore. Here come the bad guys. They're gonna abduct all of you guys. It's nothing like that?
Correct.
Okay, well, that's good. All right, what do you want from us? Anything?
No, they don't need anything from us.
Okay. Now, what interest do you have in the earth itself, if any? Getting minerals, gold, anything? Or any kind of interest in the earth?
These minerals are useful, but they're not needed for their race.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they have no need from Earth.
So no interest in it.
Their only benefit is that when we reach our future as we see it,
Mm-hmm.
that we will also be a big voice in peacekeeping through other universes.
Okay, good. Now, do you have some sort of relationship with Lemuria, Atlantis, and other civilization that we find mythical?
They do know these places.
Mm-hmm. You have any sort of interaction with these? Have you had that in the past? The quote unquote past?
Yes, because these were civilizations that had no conflict.
All right. So was your reason for interacting with them? Yeah. What was it?
To enhance their abilities.
Just like with us, basically. Okay. Can you influence the weather?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, interesting. Have you done that before with us?
Not intentionally.
Okay. How do you reproduce?
The image in my head is like a plant.
Mm-hmm.
When a plant reaches a certain maturity, it fruits.
Mm-hmm.
So it's as if when they reach a certain maturity, they
Help, Eric.
yeah, because you don't. It's not really like giving birth. It's not like you're pregnant for 9 months and then you push it out. This is more like a growth, like how a plant.
Okay, it's like a growth from their body.
Sounds horrible. Doesn't look horrible in my head though.
Okay, so that's it. That's interesting. Wow. Doesn't sound like much fun, but
It's a really beautiful part of life that everyone goes through.
mm-hmm.
There's the distinctive male or female. Everyone has the chance to procreate.
Okay. Can you manipulate energy at all? Just like Eric does, thought creates reality, etc.
There seems to be a little humor wrapped around the question. That is what they are. They're manipulated energy.
Ah.
So it's...
Well, everything's energy. Eric's energy, and he can create a surfboard if he wants to.
Yes, and he says that's the power of every entity. Every life force has that power.
All right. All right, well, we'll close there and see you in part 3. Hope you can hang out with us. Be sure you go to Jamie's site with loveandlight.com. She's got a lot of events and interesting things on her website, so explore it.
And don't forget to check out Channeling Eric, and that is ericwithak.com.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.